Still.
Hey! This is my theme song. That's what we're starting with today.
I wonder why nobody don't like me. Or is it a fact that I'm ugly?
Okay, let's get started. It's ridiculous. All right, happy holidays, my beautiful babies. As you can see, I am no longer standing out in my backyard trying to draw live. No, I decided that maybe it's a little more practical to be inside where it's warm. So, I'm just going to hang out and draw today. And, if anybody pops up and has any requests, feel free to, let me know. Spare me your weird hang-ups. But hey, look out, everybody! It's Frank Salazar, live outside. I didn't actually stay outside, but I did. I started there, but it was the fact that it was so cold. All right, Frank, you're first. If anybody has a request, spit it at me like hot fire. And you get two things to choose from. If I draw it digitally, I can mail it to you. I can email it to you. But if it's a traditional drawing, you're gonna have to wait. So, yeah. I got something on this page in the camera right now. What I'm doodling. This is one of the ways that I work traditionally. Is that I'll scribble stuff out with marker on a piece of paper and then tighten it up. And, it's kind of fun. Like you can start to find all your lines and then put in all kinds of details like this. It's not much different than when you're drawing digitally. But I don't know. I find that it helps for structuring drawings. It's no different than when you sit down with pencil and really rough in your pencil work and then come at that with ink. So, okay. So Frank wants me to draw Captain Goggles and Masked Woman drinking cocoa. Okay. Do you want that digitally, Frank, or do you want that traditionally? That's the magic question, Frank. Because I can do both. But since you're not answering, I think I'll just draw it traditionally. Let me get a nicer paper. Hold on. Uno momento. S'il vous plaît. I got a friend of mine that's French, and as soon as he sees that I use Bonhomme as a thank you, and Bonhomme. He's going to give me help for that. So, anyways, happy Festivus. Okay, so, all right, so our first one is Captain Goggles. And no worries, Frank, you're here. All right, so I pulled up a big pile of nice board paper. I've also got this nice craft paper as well, if anybody gets interested in that jazz. Okay, so if it's traditional, it's going to take longer. If it's digital, I can email it today. But people let me know what you'd be interested in, which of the two. As I'm good either way, but I'm going to get cracking. Get crack-a-lacking. How about I get this on the road? Boy, oh boy, look at that. Now I'm cooking with the gas. Oleans. All right. Okay, Captain Goggles and Masked Woman. Happy. See, now I don't want to work this small. I'm a complicated guy, folks. Happy Festivus, Salty. So, Captain Goggles and Masked Woman drinking hot cocoa. All right. Captain Goggles and Masked Woman drinking hot cocoa. Cocoa. Okay, so that's fine. Drinking hot cocoa. So is that, well, where are we going to put them? How about we put them outside on a park bench in the freezing cold, Frank? How does that sound? So one of the things that I'll do when I'm sitting down and I'm plotting out roughs and sketching is that I'll sit down and I'll work with this really silly loose line, and it really doesn't clearly define much at all, and it sort of reserves it all for me to do that definition with the ink that I'll just pick up at that point and work from. So, you know, but it's very liberating. Okay, so I'm putting them on a park bench outside in the snow. And then, of course, Salty, if you are here, you are up for the next request. So I'm doing it by visits. So it's just a little Christmas hey now. I'm working was going to work in the studio anyways. I have been Christmas wrapping all day. So this is a nice and generous little break from that. Okay, so Frank, I'm trying to think of what Goggles looks like again, my friend. Is his jacket buttoned up or not? All right, sorry, I'm closing a couple of things here so that we can, there we go, improve. I didn't realize. Capitan Goggles. I don't know why nobody don't like me. Perhaps it's a fact that I'm ugly. Looking them up, found the cover of your book, Frank. Ba 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 ba. Well, it didn't tell me much. All right. Well, I'll find a copy of your book in a second. Anyhow, all right. So the next one up is Malcolm. If you've got an idea, let me know. I'm down with your bad sound. So even when I'm doing this, I'm still neurotic and racy. I think I'm going to put your one hand on your knee, Goggles. And then I'm going to have Masked Woman holding hers in her lap. All right, so I hope everybody is all set to have a nice holiday, as best as one wants to celebrate it, and that you and yours are happy and safe throughout this crazy blizzard season. There's a mad blizzard in Ontario right now. It's a little overwhelming to me when I see how much people get caught up in a little bit of snow and a little bit of business. What do we got? Oh, 7 has appeared. All right. Okay, I better put the first question up. How about Captain Goggles and Masked Woman drinking hot cocoa is the first one I'm working on. And yeah, 7. I've put together a thing that about your pages for you. I just have to send it. Really enjoyed your pages, 7. I put together something last night and I was so tired I didn't send it before I went to bed. I don't know why. But Salty says, I remember worst blizzards as a kid. Of course. In the 1970s, we had people locked in school, and they had to stay at high school for 5 days because the snow was so bad it had shut down all the roads. And so students were trapped at Medway High School for 5 days. And then we had 12 to 14 foot snow drifts in downtown London. And because there's no place for it to go. And the city had 5 snowplows at the time for the entire area, which was a little short-sighted on their part. So, all said and done, we're much more prepared these days, but we get much nicer weather now. So, I mean, we're really looking at a foot of snow that's blowing all over the place in the area. And yet, despite that, it's despite all of that, there's still accidents galore. They shut down the highways from the sheer amount of accidents and people that don't know how to drive in this weather, and all kinds of jazz. So my phone just told me to remember to be ready to do this video at 2 o'clock. Somebody's a little behind schedule. Okay, so I think that what I'm going to do is, because it's the holiday season, I'm going to put everybody in the snow. There we go. Thank you, 7. Woo woo. All right. Yeah, so I'm going to shake up the bottom of the image here. And have everybody standing in the snow. Because it makes me smile. That makes me laugh. I think things like that are funny. And I'm not just saying that ironically. All right, so there's the structure of our scene. Captain Goggles in the wintertime. And let's give Captain Goggles a scarf, Frank, changing his costume. And now I have to look up Masked Woman. Just give me 1 second, Frank. I'm looking up my copy of Captain Goggles and Masked Woman. Where the hell did I put it? Of course, I should have been prepared, Frank. All right. Well, let's look it up. All right, cooking with the gasolines. There we go. Okay, just had to remember what her helmet looked like. One of the fun things about drawing other people's characters is that oftentimes it'll be interpretations of their characters that are very different, and at the same time trying to be courteous and respectful to how they work. Should have sent me 50 reference photos. Well, that could have been one thing. Are those feathers on top of her helmet? Or her eyepiece? I've never quite understood that. Just drawing your character in here. Who's up next? Salty Snacks. You're up next for the requests. And then it's 7. I'm putting a big furry blanket around on the bench for Masked Woman to sit on here. Salty requests that 7 go next. All right, 7, you're up. Okay, so there's it. That's my rough work. By putting this in the winter time, sort of lets me have a little bit of fun with, the fact that these characters have walked around and got themselves together to stand here in the snow for this, and good fun stuff. I'm not sure if the outfit changed on this guy. I put him in a coat. I put him in a trench coat because it's cold, Frank. They're like antennae, but they can be feathery, the receptors. Oh, okay. Now I'll throw them down as antenna. Okay, no problemo. Now I've got someplace here in my tickle trunk. The tickle trunk. That's the sound of a whole bunch of pens getting shifted around. There you go. All right. Okay. I knew you had a coat. Ha! I found a picture with this coat. Okay, good stuff. And she has got a lot of hair. Okay. Okay, time for the doodling part. So my wife shot a video of me standing outside doing the drawing for the little promotional here. So I'm standing in the snow. The wind is just a kicking. I had this whole thing set up and planned out where I'm looking at the phone and like I'm looking at a suggestion and then drawing said suggestion, which is a really badly hewn moose. And then I did all that and I loaded the video into my thing and I couldn't play it as I couldn't get it to play as a GIF so that would play during the broadcast here. So we tried. We tried, but my neighbors are looking at me like, what the hell are you doing outside? There's a little minor snowfall here that people are calling a blizzard. When a man has to go outside and shoot a little video for a silly YouTube promo, that is what a man must do. All right. So I'm using a really low point on my pen. I think I'm going to jump up because I'll jump back and kiss myself because I feel like this will take forever. Well, maybe this is the guy I got to close. What's this? Who are you? You'll do. Bingo. Okay. What's this? Is this a brush thing? Or is this just another? No, that's not much better. It's a 0.3 as opposed to a 0.1, but it's still a low point. So can't be too choosy. My character's from End Times. 7. Unfortunately, I think that without having to go and source back to your stuff, it's going to take me a moment to get that together. Is it possible that you can just hold on for a sec there on that one? I will. All these unique independent characters means a lot of research, guys. All right, so there's Captain Goggles wearing a Christmas scarf. Just need a moment to look that up. It's 33 degrees here, and some people are complaining it's like Canada. Oh, you guys are soft. All right, let's get in this coat. Does he wear? He's got boots, doesn't he? All right, we'll get your boots in. My youngest works at a grocery store, and the lineup, there were so many people in a panic to get food because, oh, it's a blizzard, we're all gonna die. It's not. It's a foot of snow again, but it went outside and around the side of the building of the supermarket. And if you think about how big generally supermarkets are, that's a lot of space. That's a lot of ridiculous people thinking that the world was ending here. So I'm going to come in a second with some gray and play with these footprints in the snow here. So we're putting his coat hanging over to the side here. So there is Captain Goggles. And then now here is Mask Woman. Now I'm going to do my best with her mask. Well, I think the funny thing that happens to a lot of people is that because, from their perspective, there's the different things that happen, by the way. Texas last year, when you got hit by a cold snap, was it last year or 2 years ago? Texas's hydro infrastructure was not prepared for that differential in temperature at all. And so it caused massive problems for you guys. Now, with problems like that in place, like how do you compare the two? Like if your infrastructure isn't prepared for this weather, the slightest thing here is a massive thing there. And like our building codes in Canada from the States are very, very different. And a lot of the reasoning behind that is because we have so much different types of weather here, as opposed to a lot of the standard types of weather that you've got more consistent patterns of weather, at least where you are. But when you do get hit with real inclement weather, it kicks your butt. So that's a challenge. It's the kind of challenge that, can be overcome. It's the kind of challenge that sometimes we make a bigger deal out of a thing than it actually is. So. But yeah, 33 degrees and they're complaining it's like Canada. You're soft. Maybe you've never been to Canada, the people that are saying that. Because, went out the other night. It was -5. And my wife and my one son and I, and -5 out, and the two of us are wearing just jackets, and it's only -5, so we're just wearing spring jackets. Not a lot to get worked up about there. I'm not entirely sure how the costume works here, so I'm doing my best. It's black in the foreground. That's a tricky thing, acclimatization. Like, I promise you, I hate the heat. There isn't a single part of me that's, aside from the fact that I'm not really a summer person in the first place, there is not a single part of me that is any interest whatsoever in hot summer days. No thanks. All right. So I'm continuing Mask Woman's hair down alongside her body and turning that into her winter coat of sorts. I ended up making both of you holding onto your coffee cup. Has she got claws? I think she got claws. Trying to count the rings. There we go. Metal claws. Oh, thank you very much, Seven. There. So, trying to make sure I get this. I'm not going to get the leg braces right. We're just doing quick tries here. We're doing what we can. And then we'll finish putting all that hair around her. All right. Do you even have squirrels down there? Texas Frank. Or am I drawing a strange and foreign alien animal on your picture? Well, there you go, Frank. It's your Captain Goggles winter adventure. Okay, 7. I see what you've got written here. A couple of guys in cowboy duster long coats aiming down into a lake. Aiming what? Guns? Compound bows. What is it? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Now, hold on a second here. This 30, it's just on camera, 33 degrees in Texas. Should I have a snowball rolling by instead of a tumbleweed? Do you have squirrels? There you go. Hold on a second. I'm gonna rub it. I'm gonna rub it out. Rub one out here. All right. So there we go. Here's our first one. There we go. My one son is home from work already because they shut the highways down, so none of his deliveries can come through. So he's the only guy that can drive the forklift. So if he doesn't need to, they let him go. Still pay him, which is pretty cool. He's got a really great boss. Could have used a larger marker for that. Still might. And I think this pen might officially be Didinsky's. So I really got to push that point to get some color out of it. Goodbye. All right, hold on a second here. We've got some technology cheese to make this a shorter step. Yeah, let's do some of this. Ooh, hey, what now? Hey, what happened here? What we got going on? What? Oh, hey, whoa. Much faster. All right, happy. All right. There's a better one. Yeah, not too late now. All right, that's fine. Okay, there's our first one. There you are, crazy kid. I got this. One of the things that I drew the picture in the video with was a whatchamacallit, a crayon. And that was a lot of fun. All right. Okay, I think I got the look of the guys. All right, we're cooking with the gasoline. I grew up in the countryside with Native American friends bow hunting. You did you? So are they not the guys on the giant horses that have the huge, gigantic guns? I thought that's who those two guys were. What do we got? What's the request again here? Fishing. Yeah. I'm not gonna. I don't know enough about hats to differentiate between the two. I'm sorry, Seven, but we'll see what we can do. But there's our request. Aiming down into the lake. Oh, they're on their own boats even. Seven. Jeez Louise. All right. Why they would be wearing cowboy hats when they're shooting bows and arrows. I don't know if that's makes an awful lot of sense when I'm looking at it initially. So just bear with me. Well, that's the thing with a thing like this, fellas. Yeah, I know you can request the rainbow, but you might get the bucket that's at the end of it sometimes because it's just sometimes the requests are overcomplicated. This is just a quick drawing thing, not a elaborate. Now I have to think about what a person does when they shoot a bow and arrow. See, that's what I mean by you need a lot of research for some of these requests, folks. Full straight. Yep. What the hell kind of a bow is it? Good Lord. I don't know what a compound bow is either. So, all right. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be lame. I'm doing my best. Again, overly complicated, 7. And now you're trying to put stylistic changes in there. That's where it gets challenging for people, right? It's a lot to expect. Oh, I guess he'd be taller. In Canada, we tend not to wear these kinds of hats. We wear toques. The second guy is loading his bow, or his crossbow. Actually, it would fall behind the leg, wouldn't it, gravitatically? All right, what's next, folks? Salty, you still here? You got an idea? These guys need big mustaches. Not happy with that at all. Yeah, it makes more sense. All right. All right. Now it's making more sense. I don't know. They got packs. They got equipment. They got anything they're carrying with them. All right, there we go. We'll put a bird up in the sky somewhere. All right. Frank, how's your internet holding up? You were in trouble with your internet earlier. Is everybody getting all set for the holidays here? You know what? I'm using more broad pen than this. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Gasoline in the automobile. See these brushes, these Kotosukes. These are fine brushes because they make everything faster. Shorts up a fair amount of stuff. Here's these two cool cowboy guys. It's funny how different it is from here and there. In the States, we really don't have any stock whatsoever in cowboys, even though that our prairies there. There's lots of cowboys out there. It's just the prairies are practically American. They're culturally so different from other parts of Canada. So the nice thing about the Kotosuke is that I can get this sort of fun little line at times with that bit. I see where it is now. It's the pitch, the angle. Well, I've made up what a compound bow is, and I've made up, well, a lot of this. But this is just quick sketching, so with no time for reference. So we're doing what we can here, folks. I'm going to change that line out. No, of course I am. That's it. All right. soon as I'm done this, doing this video today, I gotta go outside and shovel more. Because as little snow that we did get, it's still snow that I don't want collected all over the driveway. The more it sits there, the more solid it becomes. There we go. Now I'm just making this up as well. All right. Malcolm, did you come up with a thing yet? I think it was Malcolm that I was waiting on. Yeah, this is random looking, but there you go. I don't know what the hell that circle is. That's funny. All right, where'd that gray go? Where'd that gray go? Oh, gray. It's not gray, it's a like watercolor, but it does the job. Oh, yeah. There's a painter I used to love growing up named Wyeth, and he always had this fantastic ability for textures and stuff as he was working. I always liked that about him, but it's far more complicated than it needs to be for this. But all right, I think I had. Oh yeah, this is okay. Goodbye. Over the shoulder, right in the garbage. Look out! That sucker actually went right in the garbage. All right. Yeah, I'd rework all half of this, but there we go. It works as an image. I like the crossbow. Crossbows I fired. They're hunting a shark. Where is Sweet Gadzook? Sweet Caroline. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. These things, if you don't have any, get these things. They're a lot of fun. The music is stopped. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let me see if I put some texture in the wood. Yeah, wood texture. What? Fun. Happy. Okay. What was this one again? This is 7. One of my kids is named Joshua. There you go. Nice. Fun. What's next, guys? You're going to send me your version of a Sasquatch. Oh. Okay, what do we got? 7. Polar bear in the tropics wearing sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, there you go. There's your quote. Gonna need a bigger boat. Is this pen dead now? So polar bear in the tropics wearing sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt. All right. All right, let me think here. Okay, polar bear and a Hawaiian shirt. I looked up a source, National Geographic. I think I'm gonna cartoon this up. Sunglasses, no less, eh? All right. Okay. All right, I'm good to go. Okay. All right. Where's my... What the hell am I listening to? Okay. That's the challenge, is when you're just letting things play behind you, and then you've got whatever randomness comes on your stereo, something that you don't necessarily initially recognize, is that it can really throw off your momentum, because suddenly you've got this thing playing that just, where did that come from? And it changes your whole tone. It changes your whole mood. It's a challenge with listening to soundtracks, is that when you listen to soundtracks, that can happen all the time. No, I've got it. First, I got to do this polar bear. So we got a polar bear, sunglasses, Hawaiian shirt. All right. Oh, there it is. There we are. Couldn't find something. I have got too many drawers of pens and pencils. Outside in the snow where I'm standing and drawing. Okay. All right. One of the situations I had in one of my books was a bear fighting a Sasquatch, and so because of that, I tend to study things fairly well when I'm working on them. And Tom Selleck, I'm just drawing Hawaiian shirts. Haven't you getting too specific again? Take it easy. I'm an old man. So the one of the things about when you're sitting down and you're working and you're figuring out how things work subjectively for when you're drawing, it's really important to figure out how things work proportionally from one another, and so you end up trying to understand and source things. And if you got to draw a lot of bears in your projects, yeah, good to know how a bear works. Whenever we see bears drawn in Hawaiian shirts and the like in shows, they always fit. And I never quite understand that, because being the size I am, it's a hard enough thing for me to find clothes that fit. How did the bears do it? Please don't answer that. That was just silly. Trying to think about. Tailored at the big and tall shop. That's easy. Yeah, no, it isn't. It's expensive. Not when you got a family. Man, oh man, that costs money. And they see you coming too. They love it. They're like, come on over. We love you guys. This is the unconvincing blending in of a certain somebody into a polar expedition. I don't know if you're looking for a form fit and stylish Hawaiian shirt, Malcolm, but this is what I'm giving you. All right, let's find the best Hawaiian shirt. Big, big flowers. Oh, I know. Palm trees. Palm trees. Be creative. What? Not this guy. Be creative. All right, here's where the There you go. So I might come with the gray tones first this time. I got a joke in this one. I think I've kind of fit a joke into everyone at this point. I really liked we're going to need a bigger boat. What time are we at? 1:18. We're doing really good today. So by throwing it in gray tone first, what that does is it sort of allows you to work towards the high contrast, right? You can fit in the structure of the clothing. You can fit in some of the structure of shadows. There we go. Oh, awesome. That's very nice. Yeah. Salty. I'm glad you're liking it. Now I want to fit this bear in anything I put. Boy, oh boy. That's a fun character. There we go. Classic Hawaiian shirts cost a lot because they print a different pattern every year. I've never owned a Hawaiian shirt, largely because, one, size. I need to find a Hawaiian shirt that is a minimum of 3XLT. So, yeah. poor scientist, they started as a fella and ended up as a filly. Where's that? There it is. Yeah. Yeah, I never owned a Hawaiian shirt. Just one of those things. Three XLT. Yeah, I'm 6'6", 7. I say 6.5, and I think that confuses people now that they think about it. I am 6'6" tall. So now we're going to put in our Hawaiian shirt. So I'm being really sparing on these black lines that I'm putting in. Just going to erase this, and then we'll put the details in on the Hawaiian shirt. The ladies love you. I am an old married man. I don't know about all the ladies. I'm finally growing my hair back for the first time in years. I had long hair for a good 30-year run, and the last few years I cut it off for whatever reason. And that doesn't stop attracting. I wouldn't know if anybody was attracted to me in the first place. So I don't even think about it. There we go. So anyway, so I was saying I had long hair for the longest time, and cut it off a few years ago, and now I'm growing it back out a little bit here. All right, here comes the Hawaiian shirt. Oh, I didn't do the bottom part of the shirt. Today's music is Harry Belafonte. All right. Where was I? Where was it? There it is. put my pen down for 2 seconds. Yeah. So one of the things, this is fun. I get to do this when you're drawing and things roll over on fabric. It's fun to move the image so that it feels like it sort of stretches around on the fabric. You're having a coconut daiquiri, are you? Yeah. Are you waiting for the big punchline? Here comes the big punchline. Sorry, I'm not very talkative. I was in the zone of drawing Hawaiian trees. Palm trees? Oh, let's put this line in here. Whoop. Is it the shades that makes it cool? Frank says it's a cool drawing. There you go. Lots of fun. All right, where are we in the circle here? Frank, I think we're back to you, unless anybody else has got that's just joined us as one. There's our pile. I got a pile growing someplace. Yeah. I gotta write these down. 7. Yeah, buddy. Okay, Frank, I think you're up. Unless anybody has joined in that hasn't been here yet. One more? Oh, it's 1:34. Okay, quick one. I'll say this much. I've got, where is it? Right here. This is a huge crayon, and it's a general marking crayon, so it's for like a job site, right? But the thing about a crayon like this is that because it's so big and free, it lets you do all kinds of stuff. I really like I like crayons like this because it lets you be really gestural and not get too tied up. Just show off chapter 2. Did you send that? Did you send something today, 7? Because I gotta send you that email from last night. Where is? Yeah, let's have more fun in this. Oops, I forgot to put the other part of the fish in. Yeah, we'll put it there. All right. Ankylosaurus. You're getting a dinosaur. You're getting a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you know it. I don't know what the hell an Ankylosaurus is. Come on, Frank. You guys seem to like to just challenge me unnecessarily. No, these drawings are just for here. I gotta post something different, unfortunately, on Facebook. But I'll scan them and send them to you. There you go. I don't know. Anyways, my point I'm making is it's fun to draw with a crayon. There you go. All right. So, what is an Ankylosaurus, Frank? And this will be the last one today, fellas. Just because I gotta go and wrap presents. I gotta stop buying Christmas presents for people because then you gotta wrap them. He's carrying a pine tree. Yeah. I know, Frank. Thank you, Seven. I'll take a look at that. And don't look at anything as being hard to do. Ankylosaurus carrying a pine tree. A pine tree. Really? And it's this one that you want carrying a pine tree? You crazy. Well, let's do it. All right. I think that if you break anything down structurally, it should be fine. All right? It's one of those things where like the idea that everything's just made out of shapes. So if you can just figure out the underlying shapes of things, you should be okay to figure out about the process of drawing them. Like, let's figure out how to draw an Ankylosaurus. Yeah, seven, you got some cool pages, buddy. Here's your seven. Get lost in the details. Sure, everything's still basic shapes, though. Everything still breaks down to basic shapes, and you have to do it. If you're drawing digitally, do it in layers on the computer. If you're drawing it on your page, use a rough page and draw it in different colors for for the image, and in that way, it'll allow you to separate some of the environment. I think that works for a lot of people. It's a tricky thing, right? It's to try to get them done in the first place when you're doing drawings. But if you can figure out ways to short step it and make it easier on yourself, I think that whatever process ends up working for you is going to be distinctly your own, and it's going to make complete sense over time. But sometimes it's just a matter of figuring out the processes along the way. So, were you looking for feedback on your pages? Gotta make sure to sleep. All right, here's some fun. Okay, yeah. Because I was going to say I didn't do an awful lot of feedback on there. I didn't know if that was what you were asking for. Oh, I think you should draw this way. Clowns are dumb. Get them out of your projects. Whee! Well, there was a little bit of feedback, but not a lot. That's my hope. Like, that's the thing I'm trying to say, is that I didn't do that because I didn't just assume. So, all right. So now I can come in and cut out some hot, sexy shapes. Don't trust the robot, 7. I can't say that enough. What can you tell us about this 7 character? Well, I know 7 didn't trust the robots. What was it? Ankylosaurus. Is that your advice, Frank? All your characters should be wearing goggles right now. You don't have everybody in goggles. You're doing something wrong. Back when I was a young girl wrestling bears in Dubuque, Montana, we always drew everybody with goggles on. Things are different now. If you guys send me your emails, I will scan these, or if you send me your Instagram links, I will scan these and I will drop these in there for you. Sasquatch fan art. There you go. Oh yeah, that's good fun. Ho 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 ho! What have I found here? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, that's good stuff. Almost done here, folks. There's a lot of people right now named Al that are reading things quickly and getting confused. Well, that's the first ankylosaurus I've ever drawn. Can't say that every day. A lot of fun, though. What am I missing? Ever since the world began, woman was always that smarter than men. All right. Oh, happy day. Whenever I'm drawing, I can't stay within one medium. I'm always jumping all over the place. I've done it again today. Do I have a green? There's your pine tree, Frank. Well, there's been a lot of fun. I'll scan these things, and the people that ask for them, you're going to get scans of them. I took the lid off of my hand. Now I got brown all over my hand. Way to go, Chris. funny what random color will suddenly push a value. Make something really deep that wasn't a second ago, just because that random color just jumps right into that space. Who would have thought purple would have done that there? Ever since the world began, when I was a little bit smarter. Okay, what's the joke I'm going to drop? Does anybody know what it is? Hold on. Where's my pen? Yeah, this pen might be kaput. He might be. We have to get a new one. We're going to need a new Timmy. I'm not attracted to any of the people that you just listed, Seven. There you go, Frank. Ankylosaurus eating a Christmas tree. All right, it's been fun. Okay, well, this, yeah, that's fun. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out today, everybody. I'll scan these when I get a moment and send them off to people over the next so many days. But, yeah, it's good fun to be able to sit down and just play with pens and doodly-doo and coming up with whatever we come up with. That's, yeah, it's been good. I hope everybody has a happy and safe holiday. I'll still be working throughout it and posting things occasionally, but in the interim, everybody stay safe, be well. Seven has just given me permission to date women in their 20s. And on that note, that's good stuff. You guys do not need to be giving each other permission for things that you haven't thought about first. Anyways, and on that note, okay, guys, I'm going to head out. Thanks very much for hanging out. I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe holiday. And I'll be kicking around next week. But in the meantime, stay safe, be well, God bless. Happy Christmas. Take care.